Welcome to another episode of You Both Suck. It's your boy, Kunal Aurora.
And I'm Dara Pollock.
Yo, very excited.
Yes.
We survived.
We survived the earthquake of 2024.
We live in New York City, and
Jeez.
This place was rocking and rolling.
Honestly, I was not okay.
Okay, well, real quick, somebody you love, somebody you hate, and a celebrity who you wish died in the earthquake. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
I was like, wow, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was so not a big deal.
It wasn't.
But we are New Yorkers. I've only experienced one other earthquake in my time here on Earth in New York. It was in 2011. And what's weird is I actually Googled that, and it was a higher magnitude, the one back in 2011, but I barely remember feeling that one.
I remember that one.
And where were you?
I was at my, I was in bed, and I should have been at work. I was extremely late to work. I was supposed to be, I called my boss after it happened.
Yeah.
And he goes, when are you coming in? And I go, I'm going to tell you right now. He's like, by the time you get here, it'll be like 2.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be here at 9. And I think he told me to go see the Fast and Furious movie that was out instead. Great boss.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
sounds like a very cool boss.
Yeah, very chill boss. But yeah, I don't remember the earthquake. That I barely,
Okay.
you know what I mean? This
Barely.
was,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I was working at an office at the time, like I had a normal job, and I just remember feeling like like something swayed. It felt like everything was swaying, and I just remember everybody kind of getting up from their cubicles and like looking around, like, did something just happen? Like everybody was like, that felt really weird, but then that was kind of it. Whereas like
it almost felt like you were in a building with the subway that runs underneath.
that's not how I felt it, but
Oh.
like, sure, probably.
Yeah.
You know, because also we were on the whatever floor. It was a little higher up, so maybe that's why it only felt like a swaying situation. But this one, shit be rattling in my apartment.
It was rattling around?
It rattled. My legs were vibrating as I was standing in my kitchen.
Really?
Like, it was a little crazy. I didn't know what to do. Like, first of all, when it first happened, I was like, I thought it was like something in my building, maybe whatever. But then as it kind of went on and got a little bit worse, I immediately said to myself, I think that was an earthquake.
Yeah.
And I went to Twitter, as you do.
Of
and
course.
I confirmed it. And I was just hiding in the doorway.
And the door frame?
The door frame.
Because they tell you to do that, right?
They tell you to do that if stuff is like falling.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I learned that from a Saved by the Bell episode.
Right.
Not positive, but I'm pretty
But
sure.
they do, I mean, in defense of Saved by the Bell, it
Yeah.
is on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So
I
mean,
feel like I would listen to them.
Yeah, if that's the only knowledge you have, you might as well take that.
I agree.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
if this is what they tell you to do, go for it.
Exactly.
Like
Well,
if there's a school
yeah.
shooter and your knowledge is to stop, drop, and roll, and it's you're like, all right, well, this is what I'm gonna do.
Close enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
It's something, but that's what I'm saying. It was weird how like that was the thing that ticked in my brain as the thing you're supposed to do. And I was just like, and I texted my best friend who's from California, and I was just like, what do I do? And she was like, you're safe, babe. Like, everything's gonna be okay.
New Yorkers came off as such wimps during this 10-second quake.
Yeah, we really did. I mean, I think it's the one time maybe
Yeah.
that Californians looked tougher than us. And
Yeah,
they knew
absolutely.
it.
They were holding their burritos that they're not happy to eat in New York.
Yep,
and
yeah.
just and they were just like looking at us like, really? This
Yeah.
is like 10 seconds.
Yeah, they were definitely laughing at us. And you know what? In a weird way, I'm kind of like, maybe they deserve this because we shit on people from California and people from LA all the time.
A lot of, I think, more transplants that live here now
Mm-hmm.
that have adopted the New York like mantle do it more than I would say tried and true New Yorkers.
You think people who are transplants from California that moved here?
No. I meant people from like somewhere else.
Oh.
Move to New York, adopt the New York mentality. We'll talk smack about California, specifically LA. And then, whereas like tried and true New Yorkers born and raised, I don't think we care as much. We care.
It's fair.
But not as much.
Yeah,
We're not out in the streets.
I definitely don't care that
Right,
much.
exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you know it. You accept it as fact.
Right.
But you don't need to yell it.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when somebody says something about you and you just accept and you just
Yes.
go, I know that to be not true,
Right.
but I don't need to contest this.
Yeah, it's an inner confidence that we
Yes.
have as real New Yorkers.
Absolutely. So,
But
and-
yeah, they definitely had that one up on us this time.
Well, I mean, up on everyone else because I was totally okay. I'm going to be honest. I was
it didn't freak you out at all.
not even remotely. This is where I was. I was in Long Island
Okay.
at a Michael's with my mother. And I was like, death could not come swift enough. Take us all down. I was hoping the building would collapse. Just let it pile into.
Yeah.
I want all the yarn covering my body along with picture frames.
I mean, did you feel it though?
Yeah, I felt it.
You felt it.
It really felt like I was on a subway platform.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, this is an earthquake. But I was waiting for this guy at Michael's to be free so we could discuss a framing job.
Okay.
That my mom wanted me to talk to this guy about. And
Yeah.
I was like, as the guy was like getting free, it happened. And I said to myself, just let this whole building come down on me. Just please, for the love of God. I can't believe I'm doing this in the middle of the day. This is my life.
Yeah, well, it was like 10:30 in the morning or something.
Yes, it was.
Yes, was it Thursday yesterday? I don't even know.
Right. No, it was it Friday? It was Friday.
Yesterday?
It was Friday, yes.
I have no concept.
See what I mean? Look at you.
time.
The trauma has already it's really set you apart.
You know what's crazy
You've lost
too?
concept of time.
I really have. Well, that's also this week. Mercury is in retrograde.
What does that even mean?
I'll be honest with you, I have no fucking idea. But here's the thing, it's real. It's real.
People say that all the time, and I was hoping that you would know what this is, and you have no clue.
It's some astrology bullshit that I don't understand.
I thought it was a temperature thing.
No, it's like some astrology shit. But I'll be honest with
centigrade. Mercury is in centigrade. All right. Yeah, that's not anything. All right.
You're out here looking at thermometers.
I'm like, yeah. I could see it. It is. It's getting cooler again. That's what's happening.
No.
Yeah.
So anyway, it is a astrology thing, but it does affect like everything. I don't know why, but I never used to be a believer of this stuff, but I believe it now.
Do you think why? Why?
Because
what
every
happened?
year, sometimes things just start happening that are weird, or communication stuff is fucked up, or technology is fucked up and
Sure.
not working properly.
Right.
And every single time I think to myself, I wonder if Mercury's in retrograde, I post about it or I look it up, and it is. Every single time.
You think somebody is just out here trolling you, going every time you ask, somebody's like, yes, it is. It is.
I mean,
retrograde.
it's called Google.
Oh, I thought you meant you're asking like the internet.
I am asking the internet.
No, I meant like a
no,
yeah,
like
like
a person?
general,
No.
like you're posting it on like Twitter and you're being like, is
No,
Mercury
no,
in
no.
retrograde? And somebody's like, yes,
No,
yes, it is.
but some people do that. I mean, I
Yeah.
posted it on my Instagram story as like a way to be funny, but then multiple people were like, actually, yes, for the next 3 weeks, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Like, I
God,
got the girls that
please.
like really know what they're
Yeah,
talking
of course,
about.
Of course.
But, you know, it's a thing. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's an eclipse happening on Monday.
There's a lot going on.
A lot
It's been a
happening.
rough week. I don't like it.
Well-
I unsubscribe from this content.
I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that nothing happened, I looked at the guy who was doing the framing job for
Yeah.
my mom's this painting she had, and I was like, that was an earthquake. And he goes, was it? And I go, you don't care at all, do you? He goes, no. And I go, yeah. Buddy, you and me too.
Yeah, I mean, it was more just like, I think what it was is it freaked me out because I didn't know what to do in that
You were
situation.
also, in all seriousness, in your defense,
Yeah.
you were alone.
Yeah.
You're alone. I'm with my mom.
All
I'm
the
with
time.
I'm with my aunt.
Yeah.
Who like she speaks Hindi. My Hindi is garbage.
Yeah.
Every other word is like English, and I feel embarrassed.
Right.
And I'm just trying to have a conversation with her, but I got to be like, oh, how are your? And I can't even say shoes properly. You know, I sound like
Okay.
a street tough. It's disgusting. So it's like I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to navigate my mom and her requests.
Yeah.
So it's just like everything's happening. So a 10-second earthquake to me is the least of my problems.
That's fair.
But when you're in your kitchen by yourself with nobody
Yeah.
to like hug you or hold you and be like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm yelling across the aisles going, Ma, get back here. Do you want to pay $200 for the frame? Like me yelling that across the aisles. I go, who cares? You know what?
Right.
I hope a bomb goes off, please.
I understand.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, you're not worried about an
True.
earthquake when you're running errands with family. My
You're
brother
hoping
once
for one.
said to me, he said this to me. He goes, "You don't like running errands with mom." And I legitimately sat there and I thought about it and I was like, and I said, "Man, I don't mind." But really, he's right. I don't.
Well, who likes running errands
Who
with their
does?
mom? I don't.
Who does?
No,
That's-
I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. If my
Yeah.
mom hears this, she's going to be upset because she thinks that I do. I like spending time with my mom. We're very close, but I do not like running errands with her.
There is a difference.
There's a very big difference.
If you want me to eat lunch with my mom,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
You want us to, let's say we go to we'll get manicures. I don't even do manicures. But let's say we get manicures. I'll do that with my mom. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to go to Home Depot. Okay.
It's rough.
It
It's rough.
sucks.
And you would probably not have to do this because I feel like she wouldn't take you clothes shopping, right? That's not something because that's my
She
worst.
used to.
Oh, okay. So
my
that's
mom doesn't have daughters.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hate going clothes
And
shopping with
my
my
girlfriend
mom.
is the worst when it comes because she doesn't throw away clothes. So she
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
need clothes.
Right.
Because she's got clothes from like the goddamn 92.
I'm also not a browser. I
Yeah.
like to know what I want. I know what I want, and I go
Sure.
in, I find it, and I get it. If they don't have it, I'm out. I don't like shopping. I prefer online shopping if I had to choose. And my mom is a browser. She will
Ooh,
go through
she's
everything.
from that generation.
Absolutely. Oh, she's
My
got to
mom-
find the best deal.
Yeah.
And the ones that
Is
accept
your mom's
the
favorite
coupons.
store Macy's?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, disgusting.
The coupons.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Do you
It's-
know how many coupons she'll use, and then she'll show it to me and be like, "I guess how much I got these pants for there." And then, yeah, my mom sounds like Cartman in my head. It's fine.
Yeah.
And and it'll be like they were $60 and then marked down, and then I had 3 coupons, and it came out to $12.77.
Is your mom my mom? Because it is.
That's literally what they
my
do.
mom will be in Macy's.
Yeah.
Just going. This was half marked off. Like she told me that she bought a shirt.
time.
Originally it was $35. She got it for $6.
That's what I'm saying.
And I wanted to look at her and I go, I would have given you $29 to not hear this story. Like, please don't do this to me.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's a Macy's thing.
Yes.
Macy's people need to be stopped.
You ever go to Macy's on Black Friday?
Absolutely not. Do I look like I want to be trampled like Mufasa
Right.
in The Lion King? Are you insane?
There's something crazy about Macy's Black Friday. You've never done it. I've done it.
First of all, I've done
multiple times.
Yeah, no, not Macy's.
Because I have to take my mom. Because my mom
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
drive. So
Oh, she doesn't drive.
yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
So
Okay.
I have had to take her
Yeah.
to Macy's, and this is so. I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna say it. Macy's on Black Friday
no.
honestly smells like an Indian restaurant. It's truly the most insane situation in the world.
You can say that because you are Indian.
Yeah, I
I'm going to
understand.
sit here quietly.
Yeah, understandable, but it's crazy on Black Friday. Indian people are running up and down the streets of the aisles like it's Mumbai.
Streets of the aisles.
Yeah, it feels like streets. I honestly feel like we're in a backwards market of Calcutta. It is so nuts on
Yeah.
Black Friday. My mom used to make me drive her there at like 5:15 in the morning. That's
crazy.
And she's like, and I was like, do you want to come in? And I go, no, I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, no, that's
Because
insane.
she's in there shoulder checking,
Yeah.
jockeying for sheets. She would buy collection sets of glassware.
Yeah.
We don't
Whatever
have-
you can get.
Whatever you can get for
Yeah.
a discounted price.
Exactly. Well, that's a generational thing too. If
Yes.
it's discounted, all of a sudden you might need it.
Of course.
You never know.
Of course.
But no, the only Black Friday thing I ever did was Best Buy or something of that nature to get my boyfriend at the time a PS2.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that was not that terrible because it was just waiting online.
Right.
I didn't even end up getting it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I waited online for like that long, and I still wasn't there early enough. I didn't end up getting it.
Ah, that
Yeah,
stinks.
sucks.
That sucks.
But I bought
Yeah.
it from on eBay. So
Okay, then that's fine.
It worked out. Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Anyway,
So we
yeah,
survived.
we
Everyone's
survived.
fine. Nothing was toppled over. It's good to see the same meme of a picnic table with one
Yes,
chair
that was
knocked
funny.
over.
Yeah.
You know, really good stuff.
Yeah.
I did see one where it was just a New York City garbage can that had piled over.
Oh, yeah.
That was my buddy Brendan had taken that photo and he said we'll rebuild, and it like a lot of people had had like reposted that, and I was like, good on him. But outside of that, we're all right.
We're good. I will
Yeah.
post my meme though, probably somewhere up here because I thought it was very funny. The one with the cat.
With the cat,
in
yes,
the
yes,
burrito.
I did like that one. I was like, yeah, you know,
That's
what?
how I felt. I
Yeah.
felt very okay. Anyway, we're gonna move on now.
Sure.
Okay, so
Let us get into the submission, which
Okay.
I am really excited about.
yeah, you know what? I knew you'd be excited about
yeah.
this. I knew you would.
Good.
I was on the fence of how excited I was for this, but I knew you would be.
I may be drinking coffee, but we're ready for some tea. I regret nothing. I don't care.
This is from Reddit, and it's, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend I'm bothered by the way she and her family treat their house staff? I'm 25 male, dating this girl, 24 female, for about 5 months. I knew her family was well off based on the stories she told me about her upbringing, but I didn't get a chance to meet her parents until this week when we all went to their beach house to spend a few days and celebrate her father's 60th birthday. The house wasn't just huge, but it also employed a staff of about 8 people. I was never used to being served like that, and I witnessed some behaviors from my girlfriend and some of her family towards the workers that made me feel uncomfortable. Some examples. A. After our first night, I heard her mother tell one of the housekeepers to clean the bedroom my girlfriend and I were staying in. I told her mother everything was in order and that I already made our bed before leaving. Her mother then told me, in the presence of the housekeeper, that I shouldn't bother because that's her job, the housekeeper's job. B. The other morning, my girlfriend and I woke up after everyone else had their breakfast. I went into the kitchen to grab some coffee and saw the cooks were already starting to prep for lunch. So I told them I didn't want to bother them and made the coffee myself. My girlfriend came into the kitchen moments later and saw me making coffee. Later that day, she complained to her mother without even asking me how things came about that the cooks left me to make my own coffee. I had to explain everything. C. On her father's birthday, they had a fancy dinner with some other guests that came just that day, and some of the staff was made to stand in the room with their backs to the wall as we sat at the table and ate. It was like some Downton Abbey shit. I kept my mouth shut for the entire trip, but as soon as we came back, I couldn't hold it in any longer and told my girlfriend it made me really uncomfortable to see how she behaved towards the staff, and also gave some examples of instances when I felt her parents were rude to them. My girlfriend didn't take this well. She said that I'm the asshole here for judging their lifestyle. In her mind, we had a perfect week together and I was withholding my judgment until I could unleash it all on her. I don't think I'm an asshole for speaking my mind.
Can I lead off?
I was just going to say, go on. I know you want to.
This is why nobody likes the poor.
Actually, that is not what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to say that.
Because I am, you think you know, but you have no idea.
Is that from the real world?
It is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was
All
like,
right?
why does it sound familiar?
Yeah, that's the story of my life is what
Okay.
that is. Listen, this is the thing. Mm-hmm. If you're not going to appreciate dating somebody uber wealthy, you're out of your mind.
Yeah,
you're
get out.
of your class. Either kill
Crazy.
these people like Saltburn
I know. I was
or
waiting for
shut
that to
the
come
hell
up.
up
Yeah.
and take part in the pleasures.
Literally, I would be sitting there. I wouldn't be an asshole. Let me clarify. I would not be sitting there like being a dick.
No.
I say thank you to like servers and wait staff. Like
Sure.
I over thank people and
As
whatever.
somebody who grew up being
Yeah.
a piece of shit to servers and wait staff.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Did not know any better.
Oh, I was never
Treated
like
them
that.
like lesser human beings.
Oh, wow, that's
grew
crazy.
up from a group of people that came from a caste system. So these people were meant to be looked down upon.
Interesting.
In the
Okay.
culture I grew up in.
Okay.
They serve you.
Right.
You don't
right.
have to serve them anything.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah. No.
So I remember having a girlfriend who told me, like, the way that you talk to servers is disgusting.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I know.
I would hate that
She-
as like an adult. I have no time for that.
Of
I was
course.
going to get to that as a topic, but
Yeah.
I was going to say, if this were me, I would be like, yes, I will take shrimp with my, breakfast.
Are
That's
you kidding
disgusting.
me? I will. Yeah, give me coffee and a shrimp tartare. I don't give a shit.
I will eat it. I don't care.
I will eat it. Yeah, let me get a martini glass with
Right.
shrimp and tartar sauce and a coffee in the other hand.
Yeah,
Who
and I would
cares?
be like, and make it 3 shrimp exactly.
Yes.
No, but like I would absolutely love to just experience what that's like. I've never in my life. Actually, wait, I'm lying. I did one time many years ago. My friend rented a mansion in Dubai.
Okay.
Long story, but either way, and it came with a what's it called? A butler, a cook, and literally a driver and someone to chill the pool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was amazing.
You've never been to India.
Yeah, no.
If you are middle class in India,
Yeah.
you have these things.
That's wild.
Like,
Yeah.
my mom could retire in India right now, and she would have a driver, a housekeeper, and a cook.
Gotta go to India, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
the conversion rate
Yeah.
allows these people to, like, this system to exist.
Right.
I remember being in India at my family's place. Like, one of my uncles, he's really well off.
Okay.
I would take off my clothes to go shower. And when I came back, the clothes that were on the floor
Yeah.
were gone.
Oh, I thought they were gonna be
And then when I came back that evening, they were washed and pressed.
And that's amazing.
That is a phenomenal life to live.
Yeah, like,
All right.
that's what I'm saying. It's
Have you
like,
ever lived anything like that here in America? Have you ever had anything like that here in America?
I mean, the closest thing I can say to that is like going to a really nice hotel where they have turn down service and put a chocolate on my pillow.
Yeah, that's still poverty to me. Like that's still like you're getting you're getting a chocolate like a loser, like a child.
No, I've never, like I said, I've never dated anybody super rich or even like that rich where they had somebody like working for them in any capacity, like Jeffrey from Fresh Prince. Not even that.
Can
like,
I tell you? Your boy.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
How?
This girl I was dating, her family, her dad owned a law firm. Okay. And they were like super well off. We had Thanksgiving dinner in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh, nice.
Her sister's husband, or like fiance at the time, husband's family. Sister's husband's family.
Yeah, you always have to repeat it.
You always have to repeat it.
Have to do
I know.
That.
I saw it in your mind, and I was like, let me help you. Sister's husband's family.
Okay.
Greenwich, Connecticut. Dumb money.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking Babbling Brook. We're talking super fancy,
nice.
the whole deal. Yeah. Real nice house, like levels to this place. Can I tell you? At one point during the dinner, the door opens. You know who swung by to say hello? Martha Stewart.
Ooh.
Yeah, Martha Stewart swung by.
Nice.
Yeah, like I have a bit about this.
I was gonna say, was she high?
No, she was. This was like 2011. This is years ago.
Funnily enough, I think that's when I went to Dubai.
Yeah, and it was just like it was insane. Like this is the amount of money, and they had kitchen help and all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't like. It wasn't a staff of 8. A staff of 8, getting back to it is like, first of all, you're going to sit here and be like, oh, we had dinner and they made the servants stand with their backs. First of all, the servants, they weren't facing the wall.
Right. It wasn't like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, this wasn't some sort of
weird... They
weird...
weren't in timeout.
Yeah, it wasn't timeout. And also, you sat there and ate the meal.
Right.
You partook in all the pleasures. Yeah. But you secretly got to hold on to your disgust with these people. And you know what that makes you? A hypocrite.
Well, it's not even just a hypocrite. It's also technically, in a strange way, making it seem like you believe that their job is demeaning. And that's why you're trying to stand up for them in some kind of weird solidarity.
Can I get some?
Right?
Thank you. Yeah. These people aren't held at gunpoint.
They're doing this job probably because they want to, have to, and it probably pays well. I mean, they're making a living. This
Are these
is their
jobs
job.
we would do? No.
That's what I'm saying. Listen,
not the point.
I'm not saying I want to be a servant.
Yeah, that's not the point.
But this is, I'll be honest with you, I will compare this to my job in one way because I was thinking about this as I was reading it. Like the part where he said that the mother was like, don't do that because that's her job. I'll be honest with you. That stuff happens to me sometimes because look, I'm a social media manager, content creator, whatever. You don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist these days to know how to take a picture with your iPhone.
Right.
But the amount of clients that will take garbage photos and then post it like it's no big deal is annoying. But I have said to people in the past, you don't have to do this. That is my job. I'm being paid to do this.
Right.
That's the difference. It's like, even though it may sound demeaning or something to you, it's her job at the end of the day. She is paid to do that service. And then she doesn't want to probably feel like she's disposable.
Right.
And some other kid can just come in and do my job. They might realize that and get rid of me.
This person comes in here and he's like, I'll make my own coffee.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to be honest, the girlfriend she's like, she didn't ask me about it. Instead, she went to her mom and said, oh, why didn't you, you know, he made his own coffee. I don't know why he should be making his own coffee.
Yeah.
It's like, let's look at intent here. The intent here was to go, hey, you know, like I'm telling my mom, like my boyfriend shouldn't have to make his own coffee.
Right.
You know what I mean? The intent was to be helpful.
Yes.
She was trying to assist the situation. She has you in mind.
Okay, so here, I will agree with that to an extent. However, that one might have been a little bit of an overreaction in my mind because I'll be honest, from like putting myself in that guy's shoes.
Sounds like a poor person talking.
Okay.
I'm ready to elevate.
No, but
I want to be in Dubai.
It was a great trip.
Yeah. Most Hindus in Dubai are, by the way, working as servants, but I don't want to be those. Not that I am a Hindu, but I'm just saying most Indians in Dubai work in them slave jobs. It's real bad. But I'm going to say right now, Dubai's got it like that, where it's like some of it is slave labor.
Dubai's crazy.
Yeah.
We could talk about that. But The coffee thing.
Yes.
If it were me putting myself in that guy's shoes, I understand where he's coming from, because if you're walking in and they're preparing lunch, so technically they are on the next phase of their job,
right,
and you're setting them back,
yeah,
I might do the same thing. I might just be like, guys, I got this.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure, but it's like also you're out on vacation and it's, buddy, you missed breakfast? With the fam?
Bro, let me explain something.
Am I the only one that was okay?
Yeah, no. I'm going to Barbados in a couple days, actually, for my 40th birthday.
Yes.
Hooray.
Salute.
We're doing the all-inclusive thing.
Of course.
First of all,
yeah,
I am a breakfast person. I basically need to eat the second I wake up. I wake up and I'm like, my body is ready. That's basically how it is. But let me explain that even back in the day when I was younger and I would party hard, and I would sleep until like 10, 11. That was like the latest I could go.
If I could do that now, I would swear to God, I'd pay money.
And I've always been a morning person. But my point is, I'm getting up for that free breakfast. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't care if I'm half asleep.
Staff of 8?
I'm getting up for that.
Staff of 8?
I ain't missing breakfast.
Huge. Breakfast taken care of. Dishes don't need to be done.
Crazy.
Are you nuts?
Crazy.
Are you nuts? What kind of world? You're living in a world where you don't belong.
I agree with that. He does not belong here.
He doesn't belong there.
Sorry,
And
you don't deserve this.
This is, you know,
Can I date your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is villager mentality.
You're right.
This is that kind. If you don't like, the minute you walked in and you saw staff of 8 in a house, and then you decided to hold this judgment over in your mind over her and think that you're better than these people,
yeah,
you're not. Not only are you not better than these people, you're worse off.
Yeah. I don't think he's being, like, we're not at the point of judgment yet, but he's not being an asshole.
Right.
But you're just, bro, you are not acclimating to the lifestyle. Like, just give it a shot.
Listen,
it's so
if these
nice.
people were in chains, I'd understand.
Yeah.
I'd understand where you're coming from. People are being salaried employees.
100%.
These people are getting paid to be there.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing.
Exactly.
I know it's not the most the position you want. Like, maybe
it's not comfortable if you didn't grow up that way. I understand.
Of course, but if you're in a circumstance where this is the situation at hand, you know what? You just have to roll with it.
Yeah.
You have to roll with it.
And enjoy it.
And take it in.
Yeah.
All right? But if you're going to balk and then think you're secretly better than these people,
yeah.
you're not.
Well, not even better than. I think he thinks that he's sticking up for them in like some
Holier
kind of...
than thou?
Not holier than thou. I think he's trying to stick up for the little guy because he is the little guy.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It comes down to a projecting situation.
Well, I mean, to quote Mason Betha, all right, from Feel So Good, and we're not going to talk about who else is on that track. Not important. All right. I don't understand the language of people with short money. That's it. That's where I'm at. I'm ready to, and I think that, I mean, you know what I think is, you and I are big on manifesting, talking, belief, allow.
Yeah.
Okay? This person isn't allowing.
I agree with that. You're not allowing, you're coming from a place of scarcity, and I understand that. I grew up that way my entire life.
Girl,
yeah.
When you use scarcity, you know you got my attention. When you use a lack mentality, that's what this shit is.
I agree, but it's also...
And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm happy that you brought that point up because you said something that's really, really important. You said that that's not you didn't grow up with that.
Yeah, no, right.
Neither did I.
Right.
I think our financials are like around the same.
Pretty much the same.
I mean, well, you know, we could compare parents' taxes later on. It's not important, but let's just say, yeah. I mean, let's just outside of that, what it comes down to is this: we both didn't grow up in those places. No. We're silver spoons. All
Absolutely
right?
not.
I mean, to a buddy of mine once said, he goes, "The only silver spoon we had is one that we would hold with a lighter underneath." Which is phenomenal.
That's a great joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not doing crack, to
right.
be fair.
Well, yeah, neither was I. But like, that was my buddy Jay Whitecotton. But like, shout out to him. But the point I'm saying is that we weren't there. But just because you don't grow up with it, like you and I can understand that, doesn't mean you can't look around and go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Take a second.
And take it all in and enjoy it.
Because it's a temporary thing.
Yeah.
As somebody, I once flew private.
Oh, right. Yeah. I remember seeing that and I was like, okay, Kunal.
Yeah, right. I flew on a private jet with Tim. I opened for Tim Dillon and it was great and it was fantastic. And he had lunch, we set up the whole deal. We got there, did the whole thing. It was a beautiful situation.
Right.
And I was like, this is phenomenal to take a flight like this.
Yeah.
And really, really excited to do it. But then it just comes down to is like, take it in for what it's worth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you don't think that, I mean, that had to make you hate flying in every which way after that. Once you get on a PJ, how do you
I understand that. Absolutely.
recover?
Of course, 100%. But then you also have to look at it like this. You have to go, well, I also have to be realistic.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
On the way back, I didn't fly private.
No, of course.
I flew a regular ass plane.
Yeah.
On the way back.
Of course.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
And you just have to accept it for what it is. I took the time that we were there and appreciated it and enjoyed it and took stupid photos, whatever. But then it comes down to, while you have it, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, they're young, early mid-20s, 24, 25.
Yeah. I mean, 25, you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're still not, knowing how life works and
Yeah.
trying to take stances and all this moral grandstanding for reasons that you don't even know that you believe yet. That's kind of how I feel about it.
It's sort of like keeping your arms crossed on a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, it's
and it's like, yo, when you are on this ride, throw your hands up.
Exactly. I throw my hands up in the air sometimes.
Exactly. Let yourself enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that that's also, though, a mentality, like I said, that doesn't come until later, because I feel like I would have probably reacted similarly if I was younger when I was experiencing something like that, just because, again, I didn't grow up that way. I was always taught to clean up after yourself, do your own laundry, do everything basically yourself. It's just not the householder type of, that I grew up in.
Yeah.
So it's like uncomfortable
from a young age to do these things. Like my mom did this stuff for us.
Yeah.
She cooked for us. She cleaned for us. She did
my
our
mom
laundry.
cooked for us, but we were.
Did you do dishes?
I mean, I helped. I always helped.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, I know. You told me this the other day, and I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, I don't do that.
So it's actually very funny because I don't think most people would ever think this about me,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm very traditionally I don't know, domestic, woman in the kitchen type of vibes when I'm in anyone's home, or if I have a boyfriend, I'm I clean up after them. I always clean up after myself.
If you text Dara now, it's 646. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but I'm very much that
Yeah.
I take my plate. I don't it feels weird to me when I'm at somebody's house and they take my plate from me. I will always offer to take in my own dishes. It's just how I operate.
When I'm at home, my mom, I don't even lift a hand. I don't lift.
That's crazy.
And it's so crazy. I bring friends over.
Yeah.
They get to experience my mom's cooking. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then they start. I'm sitting there. I've finished my food.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and you just sit there.
And I'm just taking it in how good the meal was.
Yeah.
And my mom is picking up the plate.
And
these people have the gall to look at me.
Yeah.
Like I'm the animal.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah. You're all assholes. You're all pieces of trash. I've invited you into my home to experience my mother's cooking and to experience the culture in which I live. Mm-hmm. So this is what she does. This is what she wants to do. They're out here trying to wash dishes. And I go, no.
Yeah.
I understand it. I understand it's unfamiliar. But this is the circumstances in which I grew up in, where she loves to do this.
Don't you think that that's something you should tell people, though? I feel like that's something you should communicate. No offense, but you're in America now, and this is not what most people are used to. Don't you think that you should say, before they are coming into your house, be like, by the way, listen, I just want to get this out of the way. When it's time to clean up the dishes, just let her do it. She wants to do it. That's just how I was raised.
I really thought just me yelling, this is what she does, shut your goddamn mouth, is enough.
Yeah, something tells me no.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
No, you're right. It's just, you know what it is? You're 1,000% right, because I've grown up with it.
Yeah.
So it feels so familiar to me.
Right.
But to see these people, I have these people come into my home and they start washing dishes. Are you crazy?
I wouldn't wash dishes because I do feel like, and this actually relates back to this problem too. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it really is a little too many cooks in the kitchen. Yeah. If you don't have a big house, like I do not, my mom's kitchen is very narrow.
Same with my mom's.
When I have people over and they're trying to come in and help and I'm like, get the fuck out of the kitchen. We could fit 2 people in here max.
We don't need you moving around.
We don't need more people muddying this up. Just let us do our thing.
See, at least because I grew up in a culture where everyone does this stuff for you.
Yeah.
And also when I'd go to India, I'd see this stuff happen firsthand.
Right.
So when I remember dating this girl and going to her family's, her family's place and seeing how these people were serving us, to me, this was I was sitting there going, this is long overdue. I should have been in this circumstance years ago. I don't know how I've been living.
I really do deserve this.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. When I was in Dubai and we had like a housekeeper, we had like a butler and the driver and everything. And I remember we would walk downstairs. It was like a movie where like they had just like placed the last few bits of croissants or whatever it was like on the table and they walk away and it's this spread. I mean, first of all, the food in Dubai was absolute trash.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's gotten better, but
Yeah.
like this was 2011. It was not good.
No, of course not. It's all like it's almost like fake.
Yeah, like it was not very good. We did find a Pizza Hut and a Domino's. I'm not gonna lie to you, that came in real handy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Domino's.
Yeah.
Domino's in this country, we've talked about it before, as you know. But then you can check out previous episodes.
Bless.
But bless ups to Domino's. But in other countries, Domino's, if we like it here,
Yeah.
Domino's in India, it's phenomenal.
It's even better.
It's even better.
Yeah.
It's like truly amazing.
Yeah.
Because their standards for food are so much higher than America's. Yeah. That's why it's better.
could see that.
They got to use better ingredients.
But yeah, I mean, and I'm sure the actual food in India is delicious, whereas like Dubai, it was just not very good. But even still, the point stands is like you walk downstairs and just imagine having breakfast just like later, and they're like, "May I get you some juice, ma'am?" And I sit down and I'll be honest with you, my initial instinct, it feels like weird, and I remember sitting down and going, yes, please. Like I felt like very
guilty,
shy.
Huh? Did
Yeah,
you feel guilty?
Felt guilty.
Oh,
I felt a little shy. Like I was just like, yes,
Yeah,
that'd be
what
great.
a-
And they're like, coffee, whatever. And I was like, sure, thank you.
If I was sitting across the table from you,
you would have smacked me.
I would have slapped you with a croissant. I swear to God, I wouldn't even feel remotely bad. I'd throw a croissant at you,
I'd catch it with my mouth.
and I'd be like, "Act right."
Come correct.
Come correct.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, and when I was in India, because you got to realize the currency exchange. My friends, I remember doing shows with like a couple other comics, like Akash Singh and Alinga Mitra and Tushar Singh, and we were doing shows together. And I remember doing these shows, and you got to realize this is the first time I have money.
Yeah.
When I'm in India,
Right.
I have money.
Yeah.
Like I am not.
It's a great feeling.
Oh, it's a phenomenal.
It's the best feeling.
My friend Akash looked at me and he goes, "You're a different person here." He goes, "It's almost like you don't deserve money. There's like something about you that's like almost like crazy." And I go, "I haven't treated anyone poorly." He goes, "I know, but you could."
Right,
And I was tipping
No.
viciously.
Right.
Because I know how I could be.
Yeah.
But I also
and apparently how you used to be.
and how I used to be.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I just look at it and I go, let me at least, you know what I mean? But you gotta come correct. You gotta be like, this is the station I'm in.
Yeah.
If this is the station you're in life,
Right.
play the part.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
also, it's like, bro, you're fucking up this relationship. This could be the rest of your life.
You're going to
Welcome to the rest of your life.
The amount of money you would get is like from a wedding.
I can't
you
even.
let this relationship blossom into something. Or I'm dating
Yeah.
somebody who's in theater.
Yeah.
I could not be living any more poor of a lifestyle.
I mean, you do fine.
I do okay. It's not what I want secretly in my heart. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean,
I
I
do a
would-
podcast with another poverty-ridden maniac. You know what I mean? Like I have people who are just like we're just a few hairs away from absolute poverty. I would say
yeah, I
five
mean-
bad choices.
5 bad choices probably. Because
Yes.
I don't actually think I'm poor.
No, not poor.
My money is in my apartment in my
Yes.
case, but I don't think we're like poverty, but I see your point.
You see what I'm
Yes,
saying? You're
we're
closer
not-
to poverty than you are wealth.
We're closer to poverty than we are to shrimp in a martini glass.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm sick of seeing these.
1000%.
Everywhere I look, I see these people, and I want nothing to do with it.
I agree.
I'm ready to upgrade.
I understand.
Okay? And you know what you people can do?
Yeah.
Is leave a review on iTunes. That's what you can do.
Nice
Thank you.
segue.
Thank you.
Nice. And honestly, such a good point.
Yeah.
I would love to see some more reviews and ratings come in. That would be amazing.
We saw a few on Spotify, but we definitely want a couple on iTunes. Write
Yeah.
a couple reviews. Say
Yeah.
some wild stuff.
Say some, call Kunal Unhinged. My friends text me all these things about you. You guys could just write that on
Right?
Apple.
If you want to say that I'm unhinged, go for
yeah,
it.
you're
I
not
don't
offending
care.
him. He
Yeah.
knows this. Like, just anyway.
My therapists would easily agree. Danielle, Beverly, Jesse, all of them would agree wholeheartedly that I'm a crazy person.
Exactly. Anyway, yeah. All right. I mean, I guess we did cover everything. I think it's just funny the way that he phrased it. Like, I kept my mouth shut for the entire trip, and it's
You
like,
think-
bro, who are you standing up for?
You think you're a hero?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we did kind of talk about that. So
Yeah.
I think it's just more like, and then she said something about, that he was judging their lifestyle. Yes, I definitely agree with that. And then she said that he was withholding his judgment until he could unleash it all on her. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe the one true statement here, but at the same time, what are you going to do as the person who's writing in? You're going to tell this to her parents as a 25-year-old guy. You're going to go to her parents and
they'll
say,
throw
like,
you right out.
Exactly. It'll be like Jazz in Fresh Prince.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Great reference.
Thank you.
But they are going to throw him right out. Yeah. And also, what kind of man are you?
Yeah.
Where you sit there and go, you know who I'm going to unleash my wrath on? Not her parents. I don't even have the courage to unleash my wrath on her parents. Instead, I'm going to take it out on my girlfriend who invited me out to my dad's 60th birthday.
Into this beautiful experience.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
You know, my dad's 60th birthday was him having a stroke, all right? It's not the same situation, all right? I wish I was in a house with 8 people serving us fresh fruit.
Yes,
in
literally.
The morning. Lordy.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, in this situation, I'm going to have to say that the writer sucks.
Yeah.
Like, there's not even a question in my mind.
Hold on, before we...
No, I know.
I got to say this, though. All right, could she have done a bit of a better job explaining as to what he's about to walk into?
Yes.
Sure, but the problem is this. When you're 24 years old and this is the life that you know all too well, you don't really do a good job of explaining it because to you this is secondhand.
We literally just talked about this with you.
Exactly.
I said you should tell people before they come into the threshold.
I'm learning this right now as a guy who's 39 and saying I could do a better job of explaining this. True. Like, listen, let her do her thing. I have friends who've come over for lunch or like brunch at my mom's place and they've allowed, they like let her do her thing and they go, dude, that brunch was so amazing. I almost want to give your mom money. And I go, are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Are you crazy? If you handed her money,
no, that'd be crazy.
You know how insulted she would be?
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, what if your mom did like a brunch? We could all like throw in $50 each. And I said to them, I go, would we do this brunch? Yes. Would I take the money from you? I go, yes. Would she know
would
about?
She get it?
Would she?
No.
No, absolutely not. I mean, would I
coming.
pay for the groceries and make sure it all gets covered in a way that she wouldn't know?
Right.
Yes.
Yes, that's fine.
So there's an order of operations.
Yes.
Robert's rules of order to all these things in life.
I agree.
And you have to understand what is occurring here.
Yeah.
Read the room, you idiot. Okay?
Yes.
So no judgment on her. She's 24, 25. It is what it is. But you have to understand where you are in life. Because sometimes you get upgraded to first class.
Yes.
Sometimes you ride in a private jet. Sometimes you get to go to have a weekend.
In Saltburn, apparently.
In a house with 8 servants, maids, what have you. Enjoy it while you got it, kid.
Yeah, seriously.
Because this is the other side of it.
One day you're going to wake up and you're just going to be invisible.
Yeah. Okay.
As I approach 40. This is how I feel.
Exactly. As she approaches 40, she's basically no longer existing. Am I in the golden era of my life? Yes.
Pretty much, actually.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. It's completely
It's bullshit.
It's completely unfair because it's like really truly, but this is God's cruel trick.
Yeah.
Okay? And the only thing that we can be sure of is this. Is that the person that wrote in sucks.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Good times. Anyway, that was great. I'm glad we reviewed that. Now I really just want shrimp.
Oh, my God. Shrimp in a martini.
Shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail is phenomenal.
Great food.
Tartar sauce.
Yeah.
Oh,
and a little
beautiful.
cocktail sauce.
Cocktail sauce, not tartar.
Yeah, not tartar. I was going to say cocktail sauce.
Yeah,
but,
a little tartar. Yeah, a little cocktail. Right.
Just salivated a little bit.
Just a bit. The glands are a little wet.
It's dinner time. It's dinner time over here.
Speaking of which.
Yes.
Can we discuss one thing?
Do we have time?
We have enough time.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got enough time.
Oh, yeah. This is a good segue if I know what you're talking about.
I know. I want you throw it up. Tee it off, girl.
So this is a maybe a new segment, but I just had this thought the other day and I was like, this is probably a wildly unpopular take, but I do not like thick burgers.
Yeah.
And I don't mean thick in the sense of like too many toppings. I mean a thick patty.
Fat patty?
Fat patty.
No, thank you.
I'm not a fan.
No.
I will take a smash burger
100%.
any day.
100%. This is why smash burgers are gaining popularity.
Yeah.
Because the idea of the thick patty, I mean, after a while, it's just a big chunk of meat.
You're biting into chop meat.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
And it's like, I don't need to unhinge my jaw.
Yeah.
I'm not a snake. This is unreal. Like, there's people that are eating these fat burgers.
Yeah.
We need to cut this down. Like, first of all, meat consumption in general should be a lot less.
I mean, yes, but that's
Sure.
also not something that I'm not
I
gonna
know you're
die on that hill.
I understand that.
No,
but I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Listen, I think if you cut down on the amount of meat, maybe more people could have some burgers. So there's no reason to have this fat, unyielding patty of a burger, and that people just seem to just put out there, be like, "Oh, this is so good."
And it's like, so the reason this came up was because one of my friends sent me a reel, because I'm a food blogger, I'm a food photographer, whatever. They sent me this being like, "Oh, have you ever tried this burger?" And I hadn't, but it looked exactly like a bunch of other ones that I've tried that were similar, where it was like a plain just patty, American cheese, like tomato, I think an onion or something.
Yeah.
Very simple, almost like a Peter Luger burger.
Right.
Maybe it didn't have tomato, whatever, it doesn't matter. Point being is that, and no one can see this unless you're watching on YouTube, but I shit you not, it was probably a 2 or 2.5 inch thick patty, maybe even 3 inches. It was so thick, and I was just like, I'll be honest with you, I was like, I'm over these types of burgers. I don't love them. I feel like it's weird because I love a medium rare steak, but I do not like my burgers medium rare. It tastes like I'm biting into ground up chop meat. I just don't. It's not enjoyable to me.
Yeah, I don't know who people that like this style of fat
like
burgers.
To each their own, but
they're big burgers. I mean, even to each your own. No, you're wrong. You're just wrong for eating a burger like this. Like, the amount of meat is just unnecessary.
It is unnecessary.
Because
I don't know.
This is like a smash burger has these thin layers. You could throw more flavor, more interesting elements into a burger. But to be a giant piece of chopped meat that's been ground up, you're honestly like you're really no different than an animal.
Yeah.
If you're eating it like this.
I mean, yeah. And like a smash burger, like it has that like super nice crust almost. I mean, look, if you have a nice thick patty, you can get that crust on it too. Fine. But like
But once you pass the crust.
Yeah, once you pass that, it's just like mush on the inside. It's a texture thing. I hate it.
No. Yeah. This cooking or like... Yeah, the entire food business has like really evolved as we've gone.
I mean, I do think that there's going to be people who always love it, and I'll be honest with you, like Minetta Tavern has the Black Label burger, and their other burger is just like a thick golf ball, not golf ball, that's even too small, bigger, like a baseball, I would say, kind of patty.
Yeah.
And I used to really love it, and I still like the taste of it. It's like a dry aged beef.
The taste is good. I've had that burger, but I just think that size is unreasonable.
It's unnecessary. Yeah. Cut it in half. It's so much better.
I wouldn't even put it in my top 5 favorite burgers.
No, not anymore. I wouldn't
because the amount of times this is too much meat.
It's too much. It's just not. It's not as satisfying.
You're not moving with the times anymore.
I take a smash burger any day.
Absolutely,
any day over
100%.
that.
I'll take a single smash burger.
Yeah, absolutely.
One patty. Throw on, the simple LTO, lettuce, tomato, onions, which I think tomatoes work really well with a burger. Where it almost makes ketchup.
Jalapenos too.
Jalapenos not bad. Nice. It almost makes ketchup sort of unnecessary, but I think you could have it either way. If you want that vinegar taste.
I'm still using
If you
ketchup.
want the vinegar, sure. But I like where that the little, liquidy flavor comes in of a tomato. It gives it that nice little kick of something juicy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think you're not moving with the times. Anyone that's still doing a fat patty, you're a thing of the past.
Yeah.
All right? It's like...
Step up. It's the year of the smash burger.
Exactly. Recognize that. You come in with your fat burger, you're getting made fun of.
Hit the bricks with that shit.
Yeah, nobody wants it.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, well, can't wait to get dragged for that one.
Totally fun.
Looking forward to it. Anyway, you can find us at You Both Suck Podcast across basically every platform. YouTube be popping off. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Subscribe to the podcast
subscribe to YouTube.
I'm
follow
pulling up shorts. I'm putting up shorts up there and on TikTok as well.
You're pulling up shorts.
I'm pulling up shorts. I'm pulling up shorts on the old YouTubes. It's like I'm doing that, and it's It's fun. It's fun to do the little clips and whatnot. And it's just like, I'm also like thinking like, I hope Dara isn't mad about this. Like I'm constantly
But
going,
it's also breaking your spirit, which we can discuss on another episode.
absolutely. We'll just definitely discuss that.
Can't wait. And then you can submit your squabbles via the Google form on our Instagram bio. It's also here on YouTube as well in the description. And I am at Dara Pollock.
I'm at All Day KCA. You can get clips of my stand up out there as well if you're interested in that.
Yep.
And then we'll see you guys next week.
Can't wait. Bye.
Bye.